Hi,
Thank you
guys.
very much. Hey,
How
what's
you
up,
doing?
dude? Good. I'm trying to instruct Jay on how to click into the show. We've only been waiting for 2 days. So
Oh, there he
there he
is.
is. Big Jay. What's up, buddy? Thanks,
Yay.
man.
All right, I'm going to throw to you guys. I'll let you introduce your guest. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It's wonderful to be part of day 2 of LAUGHAID. So great to be second day.
Day number 2.
Day number 2. Joining us. First off, hi, I'm Dan Soder from the Bonfire. With me, Big Jay Okerson.
Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95.
Fucking A. And joining us, Joe Derosa, Sal Vulcano. We just got they gave us a Bonfire episode at the end of this. Joe, what the fuck's on your nose?
You know what's on his nose?
I was falling asleep and it's a dumb cheap cocaine joke. I thought it'd be funny to put powder on my nose to make it be like I was having a hard time staying awake.
I want to break quarantine to come over and slap you in the mouth.
I know it was a dumb joke. It's cream of tartar. It was a bad joke. I thought it'd be funny.
And you wasted your cream of tartar.
Do you have all your comedy records behind you, Joe? Are you keeping? Are you keeping all the comedy of history safe?
Dan, I'm usually in a deep, vast abyss depression sleep at this point during the quarantine. So it was. I'm not. My bits. My bits are going to be what my bits are at this point.
Guys, we were told we were going to be on this thing so many hours ago.
Yeah.
Our
Sal Vulcano won the Intercontinental Championship while we were waiting. He had a WrestleMania moment.
I'll tell you what. When Howie Mandel started this whole thing hours ago, I shaved my balls, and now they itch.
That's pretty crazy.
I got ball stubble itch.
Hey, everybody watching still at 2:30 in the morning Eastern. Wasn't it fun to see all your favorite millionaire comics in the first 2 hours?
Hey, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying your quarantine in your fucking mansion pool.
Yeah.
Damn, dog. They didn't even give us a host. They shut us off by ourselves.
They toss us the keys and they go, "Hey, lock up when you're done." I don't know.
Ratatouille just dipped out. Here you guys go.
They're like, "Hey, the new guys seem cool. Let them walk up."
He goes, "You guys know the security codes? All right, I gotta head out." Okay.
Steve Harvey's been asleep for 5.5 hours.
Dude, Steve Harvey had to go do it in his garage like he was calling a secret girlfriend.
I went to bed for the night. I went to bed like 5 hours ago. I set an alarm and got back up.
Dude, you missed so much, Sal. There was so much going on. Bert Kreischer humiliated himself in front of Adam Sandler for the better part of 10 minutes. He said everything wrong you could possibly say to Adam Sandler.
He fell one question short of asking, "Why do your movies suck now?"
Adam Sandler, who everyone could agree was already less than interested in being here to begin with, had to endure Bert Kreischer call all of his movies the wrong title. He called it Happy Madison.
Yeah.
He said he's going to watch with his kids Precious Gems.
Yeah. Dude, and you know a guy at Comedy Central put in a major favor to get Sandler on this fucking thing, and he's like, "Come on and say hi."
You could see sweat plinkoing through his chest beef.
By the end of that, Kreischer sounded like an Adam Sandler character. He was like,
we met one time.
Mama said that. He was just doing Little Nicky. He goes, "Hey, remember the time that you did that?"
By the way,
thanks for waking up.
Thanks, Sal, for waking up. Here's how decent.
Do I need headphones?
No, let it rip, dude.
Yeah, you can get.
You guys got mics and headphones.
Yeah, we're part of the Bonfire.
Sal, this is how strong our support group is through this quarantine. I texted Sal an hour and a half ago. I go, "Hey, dude, can we do a FaceTime shot? I'm falling asleep. I need to pep this up." Nothing. No response.
We watched that entire WrestleMania texting each other about how that final fight looked like a Cinemax action sequence.
Yeah, that was absolutely crazy.
That was hours ago.
I watched that because I was afraid I wouldn't be prepped for the discussion tonight. Little did I know we'd be at the eve of the next WrestleMania by the time we got onto this.
Quarantine has broke by the time we got on. They're like, hey, everyone's outside. Everyone's outside. This whole thing's solved.
There's only 4,000 people watching. I don't know what it's up to.
Well, that's so many people.
That is a lot of people. And, they have collected a lot of money. I'm pretty convinced. I got a whole conspiracy theory. I've been following the paper trail.
Yeah.
I think, turns out that LAUGHAID is connected to Road to Artdom Foundation, which turns out is a shell company for GE, which is owned by pharmaceutical company Pfizer, which then also created the COVID-19. So, guys, we're just basically in a rat wheel right now.
You got to follow the money. I gotta be honest.
This is 2:30 Bonfire. You're getting 2:30 in the morning Bonfire. Right?
Yeah, you should have got me. You should have got me less stoned and more awake before I'd start questioning things like, how are we divvying up this money amongst the comics, and who do we decide what comics get it? 7,000 broke comics have opened up for me over the past 3 years. We're getting all them a slice of this pie. Dude, how do we make that fucking humanly possible?
They should have to have a photo show. They should have to do like presentations at Comedy Central where this money is. They go, as you can see in the second quarter, my shirts that say your booty is juicy. That sells every show. I average.
I gotta see your merch paper. I gotta see your merch receipts.
He goes, dude, I'm pumping out muff magnets that put my
Before we approve the grant, why don't you run by us that celebrities working at 7-Eleven closer? Let's see it.
Are you still doing it in Obama? I don't think you can write that off. If you're still doing it in Obama.
I was turning over about $700 a week in Shut Up and Get Me a Beer t-shirts.
I close with a man cave bit that I sell my own man cave rules.
When the doors close, it means the game's on. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Oh, dude, by the way, we missed timing to actually, all the campers that are listening, by the way, crackle, crackle. We see you guys in the comment section.
Crackle, crackle.
Wait, you guys got a comment section?
Oh, yeah, on YouTube, dude. It's fun.
Buddy, we've been dominating, man.
Yeah, it's been nation of dominant. We're going to bring this into contract negotiations. We're just going to show them screen grabs.
I feel woefully underprepared. I'm like yelling to the screen like I'm
drinking beers.
Can you guys see me?
Yes, you look like a hostage, dude.
Yeah,
they're treating me well. They're treating me well here.
Yeah, I'm at the embassy. We almost got to get on the air at 2:22. We were almost on at 2:22.
So righteous. I believe in numerology.
Yeah, dude,
that would have been amazing.
Corey Feldman's special number. Corey Feldman, by the way, out of the fucking country. Is that crazy?
What?
Corey Feldman left the country. And I don't think it's for Corona. I think it is for Corona, but he's going to say it's because the people are after him.
Well, I found out from a camper on Twitter that Corey Feldman on an Instagram live stream said that if you see anything with the bonfire, crackle, crackle, it means that they're pedo protectors. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He called us pedophile protectors.
Oh, wow.
Which brings me to my new merch. It's a T-shirt. It says pedo protectors.
Yeah, and you guys... Dude, what if we found out that all this money just goes into Daniel Tosh's bottled water fund? And this is just
it's just it's for Joe Coy's pool cleaning.
No. All this money is going to reboot Drawn Together. It's coming back strong, guys. It didn't get the shot it deserved.
Do you guys know how many award show suits we're going to buy Trevor Noah with all this money? Like 5.
Most of this money's going to Sebastian Maniscalco's Brigitte Fund. Hey, I can't get through a quarantine unless I have my Brigitte. Why would I do that?
Shout out to Sebastian's latest hashtag. Why don't you stay inside?
Why are you outside?
Are you outside without a bandana?
He goes,
why?
I'm saying
I walked to the supermarket the other day. A lady hawks a phlegm on me. Why don't you stay inside?
That's more of a Dennis Farina.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? Sal's right. You're doing more Chicago.
You did the Farina right there.
I got to be honest, Sal. The teddy bear audience I've been doing shows for in my apartment they've been telling me my Farina and Maniscalco are bleeding together.
Yeah. They go,
The quarantine's starting to get you, dude.
Yeah. You have a Wilson, but it's just 4 teddy bears.
Oh, dude.
Have a conversation. Have like a double-sided conversation. You and Dennis Farina. Go ahead, do it right now. He's like your Wilson.
Go in and out of it.
Hey, Dennis.
Oh God.
The teddy bear said he wanted 2 lumps in his tea, and you only gave him 1. Now I'm turning because now it's.
Joe's too drunk to realize he shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, dude, you just did a Dennis Farina one-man show on a stream that's going.
Let me switch sides.
Yeah.
This side's Maniscalco. He is Farina.
All right, just honestly, whoever's editing this, I need you to really. This is when I'm over here, I'm Farina. When I'm here, I'm Maniscalco.
Dude,
I'm hammered.
The odds of any of these 4,000 people knowing who Dennis Farina is, bro.
Dude, one guy just said R.I.P. Dennis Farina in the chat. So you're wrong,
that's right.
Jay.
You're right. I keep thinking
wrong.
he did a little show called Crime Story back in the day.
Get Shorty. Farina's.
Yeah, that's where people are going to know him from.
One of the kings, Farina. Farina was one of the kings.
People are going to know him from that. For sure. Your Chicago accent's coming along, Joe.
It is. It's really ramped up, dude. This was funny watching them. How this starts, where they were like, "Yeah, you guys are gonna just fucking pop on at like 9:45 Eastern. Say hello, kiss some babies, shake some hands, and then it's like 12:30, and they go, "All right, guys, listen, you're on the graveyard shift." You
dude.
Dude, I played a full season of Rocket League.
Guys,
I got smoked in Rocket League.
I started watching this when it came on. I'm telling you, it's been a goddamn nightmare, dude. Uncomfortable conversation upon uncomfortable conversation upon pre-recorded segment that people in their head were like, I gotta do this for this thing. It's gonna be, but this is pretty funny. At least no other comics will be watching it and judging it for the horse shit that it's become. And here we stand. Sal, why are you drinking Snapple like you're training the box? Are you foxy boxing? Are you foxy boxing this weekend?
We got bumped. Guys, we got bumped on a fucking comedy charity event tonight. We got bumped.
Yeah.
Wait, what did that thing just say to us? How long do we have left?
I don't know. I think we just got the light. I think
10 minutes. We got 10 more minutes.
Do we have 10 more minutes?
I didn't hear it.
Say it again. Say it again, moderator. Break the fourth wall.
Say in our ear. How much? Oh, we're good.
We're good to roll?
He just hit the talk button. He's like, these fucking idiots are just rambling on. And like, wow, that fucking stung.
The producer goes, shit, I leaned on the talk button by accident.
Dude, it was just great. It was just great to check in and just see another awkward Skype interaction between 2 comedians I follow on Twitter that I didn't think knew each other.
Dude, Tom Papa and Jim Gaffigan couldn't hear each other, and 5 of
it was
10
delayed.
Minutes was them going, I don't hear you. I can't, Tom. And Tom's like, we hear you, like buddy.
Hey, there he is. And then you could hear it through Gaffigan's speaker like 2 minutes later.
Yeah. Hey, we got you. Yeah, I can't hear you over here. Over here in New York.
What did everybody do?
The guys we fuck girls did a game, but it's like you got to cram a game in 10 minutes. And their game was that Roy Wood generates a word on the internet, and then if they have a story about being a bitch or somebody else being a bitch, involving that word, that you'd ring in and tell your story about it. And the first word they got, I mean, this was violently horrible to have happen, was the word Congress. And then Corinne told a story about she goes, I'll chime in. I dated a guy once who said he liked Trump, and I just said, all right, we could agree to disagree. So I'm a dumb bitch or something like that. But it's like, it's not really about Congress. You know what I mean? Like, she just made it about a different subject altogether.
That's hilarious.
That's not really playing the game. I mean, we're sticking to the rules of the game.
The word is lizard. And you go, and that was my second DUI. DUI. So anyways, guys, let's move forward.
Corinne's like, Congress. There is a street in Austin, Texas called Congress. Now, speaking about Texas, have you ever had barbecue?
Yeah. She really 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon into whatever she wanted to talk about.
I would probably say a majority of this laugh aid was like watching your uncle FaceTime you from a family party. And everyone's like, hey, hi, I'm in my kitchen. Where are you? How's college?
Hannibal came out wearing like a studded mask, like a skull mask.
Yeah.
At first. And Roy Wood was like, so everyone's got to wear the masks. Is that your mask, Hannibal? And it was just like, I guess the time delays, but he was like, nah, I just had this. And he just took it off. It was just a time delay of like, oh, so that ain't about the virus? Nah.
SH Games is right that these are the comedy stars. Hey, SH Games, it's 2:45 in the morning, you fucking idiot.
Dude, where is he, dude? Let me tell you, what's his name? Is that you can push his button and find his whole thing.
Oh, I want to look at SH.
Go to his channel, dude. Let me tell you what he's got going on. He's got 3,000 plus subscribers.
Well,
you know what? I'll be honest with you. I thought we were gonna be able to take a little more of a dump on him.
Turns out
Guys.
SH Games, he's got a fucking pretty viable following.
Guys,
know what he is?
Sal.
How do you see people?
I'll tell you what's going on. I have the chat right here on my goddamn phone, and if you push the name of the person who writes something shitty about you, you can go to their page. And I'll tell you what this guy does. SH Games, who doesn't like our comedy,
He questioned if we're the
doing,
comedy stars. Yeah.
He gathers a bunch of boys and he does camp builds and guides and skits, it says. So
Wait, that's what this guy's personal life is about?
So you call me a pedo protector? I'm telling you, I'm reporting that guy. SH Games, you are officially on the clock, bitch.
Guess what, SH Games? You're going to get a sweet call from the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
But guys, can I say this? Sal, Sal,
Yes.
Sal, you have a movie in theaters and you were shoved back to the 3 a.m. shot. What do you have to do in this business to get some respect?
You just got a wide release.
Yeah.
And you're doing
one of the very last movies in theaters.
You're doing Skype radio in footy pajamas, dude. What happened?
All of us are dressed like opiate addicts, and you had the last movie in theaters.
I'll tell you what, though. Me and Dan, you can tell we got a woman's touch in our life. Look at that woodworking behind both of us.
Both the Bonfire boys have ladies in their lives when there's fucking woodworking.
Yeah, Joe, you got a vinyl and a Campbell soup can that George Harrison signed for you.
Dude,
I got retro stereo equipment behind me. You can tell I'm just a dude on his own.
Dude, Joe looks like he's in the closet of a bodega. Like he lives at the place he works. Joe,
Now I feel like my uncle.
Sal's cribsing us. He's going to show us how the magic happens.
I had artwork.
Cribs us, baby. Cribs us, baby.
That was my artwork. I bought it for $20.
No, Joe's got a bachelor joint, dude. Look at all that vinyl.
No, Joe looks like he's like a professor in a fucking in a Michael Bay movie where they have to come to him to stop the asteroid.
He goes, look, man, I can't work miracles. I'll get into the system, but you got to give me the time.
Yeah.
I don't like how Dan and Jay right now look like two kids on Stranger Things communicating over their ham radios.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, it's me. Pick up. You want to play Dungeons and Dragons?
Hey, are you getting this? Oh, wow, man. I told you that tower would work.
And by the way, Dylan's right. Jay and I are on the same couch. We're just doing odd lighting to make it look like we're in different places. We've been quarantining this entire time.
Dude, let's kiss. Let's kiss up top.
No, you got to go.
Oh yeah, stand up and kiss me.
Well, we can't do it because we're all in the little thing. It looks like I can't see it. Dude, now we're just touching dicks. Dude, 6 sweatpants, bro.
Thanks, buddy. Kenny Omega sweatpants. I got them from
nice, dude.
Goddamn right, Joe.
Guys, I had to do the weirdest meeting of my new neighbor tonight. I have a new neighbor that moved in next door, and our walls are thin in this apartment, so I know that they could hear me. And I was like, I'm going to be on this radio thing, laughing and being loud at like 3 a.m. And we've never met, and I had to go knock on her door and at like 1:30. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, don't open the door, distancing. You know?
Did you say that? Did you say distancing?
Yeah.
Distancing. You're a cartoon, dude. I love you.
I did. And I swear to God, through her door, I just go, I am a comedian, and I will be doing a charity stream at 3 a.m., so I apologize for the noise in advance.
Yeah.
She just kicked you food under the door. She says, get out of here. Leave us alone.
Yeah. She goes, I don't have anything. My children are weak. They're sick. Get out of here, mister.
We don't want trouble. We don't have any toilet paper, sir.
Yeah, she's like, please, I've needed help for days. I'm like, listen, I'm a comedian. I'm actually just gonna be doing a stream over there. Like, oh my God, it was the craziest way to introduce yourself to somebody. I felt nuts.
Through the door, she's like, how do you figure out which comedians get what?
Yeah. She does it. She goes, what? It's like a whole slush fund? What is it?
Yeah, he goes, I mean, systematically, I don't see how it could possibly work. Every town has 10,000 comedians who would say they are full-time working comedians, and they are right now completely zero cash.
Yeah.
One, I mean, legitimately, 1,000 per city.
Look, my first question when Brian said, do you want to be a part of this was, does that exclude me from the loan out benefits of the program itself? That was my first question.
Dude, that's so funny. He goes, you know what? We can't have you double dipping. We cannot have you double dipping.
Are we getting paid to like do it then? That's so funny. That's what I was saying. It's so funny when I watched like Joe Coy do it earlier. He's like doing it from like a kayak in his lake. You know what I mean? Like back his fucking mansion or whatever. And it's like me, like, I'll tell you what, I could spit a coronavirus across my entire apartment into my girlfriend's mouth. That's how small my place is.
Oh my God.
Adam Sandler was in his computer wing of his room.
Dude, I think he was in his garage office.
Yeah, dude, Whitney Cummings has princess steps that she was doing the entire thing in front of. I mean, her and Bert were separated by a column inside her house, Stan. Inside.
Yeah, it looked like the Titanic stairs going up to her house. Roy Wood told us to wrap it up. He's right.
Is it Roy Wood?
Is Roy still hosting? We got to wrap it up. Well, I'm having a great time with you guys. I mean, at this point, I'm having a blast.
No, they're saying we have to go. So we have to say, comedy gives back. Donate to it. And then when you donate that money, just in your mind, mentally, walk away from it. Because I don't have any answers for you on how this money is going to go or be divvied up.
You know what?
So just give for the shits and gigs are given.
Will it get to the comedy community? I hope so.
Will it get to that? We'll get to that cool kid Mark who opened for me in Oklahoma that one time. I don't know, Mark, and please don't call me because I don't have the answers for you.
Yeah.
Some way they assume it's going to get to you. I don't know how.
I just hope some of it gets to that comedy club manager who also wants to do stand-up, who hosts every show at his road club and does 35 minutes at the time.
Oh God, I'm so high.
Jay, do we have to bring isn't there one more person?
Yeah, I got an announcement here. Dan Soder, I fucking love you so much. I wouldn't have waited up to this time in the morning to do this with anybody else but you guys, man. Joe Derosa, Sal Vulcano.
Love you guys.